Turn on my mic and welcome everyone to the September 2025 City Development Delegated Committee. I declare the meeting open at 6:32 p.m. And firstly, I'd like to acknowledge the traditional custodians of the land, the Wurundjeri Woi-wurrung, Bunurong Boonwurrung peoples of the Kulin Nation, and offer my respects to our country for many thousands of years. If everyone could turn their phones off or to silent, that would be great. Thank you. The meeting's being recorded and will be available on Council's website. All care is taken to maintain everyone's privacy. However, the presence of anyone who comes to the gallery may be recorded, and in accordance with Council's governance rules, meetings may not be photographed, filmed or recorded without the consent of the Chief Executive Officer. As per Rule 72.3 of Council's governance rules, I wish to advise that Councillor Cook-Lamb is attending this meeting virtually. Councillor Lamb, can you confirm that you can hear and see the meeting?
Yes, Madam Chair, I can hear you very well.
Great.
See?
Excellent, thank you. And I can confirm we can see you and hear you clearly. In accordance with the Local Government Act 2020, do any councillors have a conflict of interest in relation to any of the agenda items tonight? No? Okay, thank you. Public question time now. There are two opportunities for members of the public to participate in tonight's meeting. The first is public question time and the second is requests to address the committee. And addressees to the committee will be heard immediately prior to consideration of each item. Public question time is managed in accordance with Council's governance rules, and members of the public can submit a maximum of 3 questions prior to the start of the meeting, and as Chair I decide who answers the question. Public question time is limited to 15 minutes unless councillors consent to an extension. So we have 2 questions tonight from Fadhula Yusuf, who asks the following first question. Based on City Development Delegated Committee meeting on 25th February 2025, show limited discussion of environmental impacts from the NextDC M3 data centre at 27 Indui Street, aside from noting that diesel storage falls under other agencies' jurisdiction. Could the committee advise whether a comprehensive environmental impact assessment was undertaken or required as part of the planning process, addressing noise, air quality from generators, heat, emissions, water use for cooling and traffic volumes? And I might ask the Director of Planning and Environment to respond to that.
Thank you, Chair, and through you. An environmental impact assessment was not undertaken nor required in the assessment of the data centres.
Thank you. And the second question is, what mitigation measures are included in the permit conditions and how will these be monitored to protect nearby residential amenity?
Thank you, Chair, and through you. While no environmental impact assessment was undertaken, there are permit conditions for the data centres that aim to protect the amenity of the surrounding neighbourhood from any off-site impacts, including noise levels and traffic movements.
Thank you. So, as we only had 2 questions tonight, I'll close public question time at 6:35 p.m. Agenda item 5.1 is the confirmation of minutes of 29 July 2025, and I call for a councillor to move the motion. Councillor Pereira?
All doing it's conducive. That the City Development Delegated Committee confirms the minutes of the City Development Delegated Committee meeting held on the 29th of July 2025.
Thank you, and I call for a councillor to second the motion. Councillor Meredith. I'll now put the motion to the vote. Councillors, please cast your votes. Since we're having a little trouble, so we might do it. Oh, there we are. Right. Yep. And Councillor Lamb, can you say whether you're voting for or against?
Yeah, I put my hand up. It's 4.
4. Okay. Thanks, Councillor. So that motion is carried. Agenda item 6.1, Footscray CBD Place Plan 2025 to 26. And CEO, I'm assuming since there's no one in the gallery, we've got no request to address the committee tonight?
That is correct.
Okay, good. Just thought I'd just check in case someone was going to zoom in. So I call for a councillor to move a motion. Councillor Yang, Councillor Yangi, go for it.
That the City Development Delegated Committee endorse the Footscray CBD Place Plan 25 to 26 shown at attachment 1.
And I call for a councillor to second the motion. Councillor Semra. Councillors, are there any questions or points of clarification? Would the mover like to speak to the motion?
Formally moved.
Thanks, councillor. Would the seconder like to speak to the motion?
The Footscray CBD Place Plan is an important step forward in our city. The plan is about focus and delivery. It gives us a one-year program of practical, achievable actions that touch on what matters most to our community: safety and amenity, community support, economic vitality, the quality of our public realm, and genuine partnerships. It's not just words on paper, it comes with action. A $2.4 million investment into public realm projects, expanded cleaning and maintenance, a security program to restore confidence, better lighting, and CCTV renewal. Stronger coordination of homelessness responses and real support for our traders through activations and events. The beauty of this plan is that it delivers immediate improvements while also preparing Footscray for the larger investments to come. It gives clarity to our community, to our traders, and to local services. And crucially, this is not one-off. Ongoing engagement will ensure the voices of our residents, businesses, and community groups shape the future of this plan. In speaking with many residents, I always say that Footscray deserves to be safe, welcoming, and vibrant. This plan gets us moving in the right direction, and I'm looking forward to its adoption.
Thanks, councillor Semra. Would any other councillors like to speak to the motion? Councillor Pereira?
Well, I was going to, but I think Councillor Semra said everything very, very well. I'd just like to thank the staff for putting this plan together. It was a long process with a lot of engagement with us and with traders and with the community. And I think it kind of captures a really nice breadth of things, including hard and soft infrastructure and other activation initiatives. I'm very excited to see more urban greening in Footscray and our continued advocacy for improving public transport amenity and then our ability to create spaces as well, and alongside working with other key stakeholders in the area, including VU, Western Health, Co-Health and the Education Precinct. So I think this is a very exciting time and there's a lot more great things to come, and I'm really looking forward to watching this plan come to life. So thank you for
Thanks, councillor. Would any other councillors? Councillor Meredith? And then we'll go to you, councillor Lamb, after that.
Thank you. I think Councillor Semra and Councillor Pereira have said so much, and I totally agree with all of those words. But I would like to formally just say thank you to all the council staff for all of their work on this as well. So it's been a long engagement, there's been a big process. We've had work in it too, but thank you to the council staff for all of their work they've put into this. Thank you.
Councillor Lamb, would you like to speak to the motion?
Very briefly, I would like to also agree with all councillor, and also especially would like to thank all the staff involved, directors and all the staff working so hard, tirelessly to make that happen, and encourage the community to look at all the criteria of the key priority with partnership and coordination with all other stakeholders, and that we're doing a wonderful job. And thanks again for everyone who's involved for this important project.
Thanks, Councillor Lamb. And I'd just probably like to just echo what Councillor Semra said. The plan is both practical and achievable. It's the start of something, not sort of just, it's not a full stop. It's getting us, I think, moving with the community. It's responding to what the community has been telling us. For me, it's also about building that trust as well with the community, with traders, with other people who use, particularly Footscray CBD. And probably, I think one of the exciting new things that's going to happen is council has appointed through the CEO, of course, a Footscray revitalisation lead position, which has already been filled, and I think we're already starting to see a lot of very good, positive conversations and commitments to collaboration and commitment to partnering from all of the stakeholders that are sort of mentioned throughout the plan. So, and also, yes, thank you to the officers, thank you to everybody that gave us councillors information that we could feed into the plan, that gave officers information that could be fed into the plan, because the plan relies on all of us continuing to partner and collaborate and contribute to its success over time. So thanks, everybody. So I now put the motion to the vote. Councillors, please cast your votes. And Councillor Lamb, can you just state whether you're voting for or against? For? Is that for?
Yeah,
yes.
I vote for. Thank you.
Okay, thanks, Councillor. So, councillors, the motion is carried. We move to agenda item 6.2, Future Footscray Steering Group Terms of Reference. So I'm assuming again, yes, no, CEO, no requests to speak to the committee. So I'd call for a councillor to move a motion. Councillor Pereira, thank you.
That the City Development Delegated Committee, number 1, endorse the decision to take over the stewardship of the Future Footscray Steering Group. 2, endorses the Future Footscray Steering Group Terms of Reference shown in Attachment 1 and the initiation of the expression of interest process by Council to fill the positions of the steering group in line with the Terms of Reference. And 3, note that a future report will be presented to Council following the expression of interest process for endorsement of the recommended appointees to the Future Footscray Steering Group.
Thanks, Councillor. Is there a councillor who'd like to second the motion? Councillor Semra? Are there any questions, or points of clarification? Would the mover like to speak to the motion?
Sure. Yeah, I think this is a great initiative and it makes sense for Council to take over its stewardship. It's already obviously been feeding into some of the processes that we're already undertaking, including the place plan, and is part of our place-based revitalisation work. But I think what we would also like to see out of this relationship with the state government is more commitment from a funding perspective in order to ensure that all of the great conversations that are happening through this process and through ours are being matched with some budget to turn them into tangible outcomes for our community. But looking forward to seeing the collaboration bring more people into the party and strengthen that investment case.
Thanks, Councillor Pereira. Councillor Semra, would you like to speak to the motion?
Yeah, I'll just reiterate what Councillor Pereira has said. I think this gives us an important opportunity to bring people around the table, collaborate, and people that love Footscray, that are involved in the area, and to advocate for more to be done and see through collective action what we can achieve.
Thank you. Would any other councillors like to speak to the motion? Councillor Yengi?
Thank you. Echoing some of what Councillor Pereira and Samara have said, I guess, wanted to say thanks to our local member of Footscray, Katie Hall. For those who don't know, the Future Footscray Steering Group has been a labour of love and started by Katie Hall, bringing together local traders, council, community organisations and community members. It's a very important step in revitalising Footscray and also in building the Footscray that we all love and can be proud of in the future. This is a really great opportunity for Council to take stewardship of this steering group, but ultimately I just wanted to also offer thanks to our local member Katie Hall, who loves this area and puts a lot of time and effort and has a pretty grand vision for Footscray and a love for Footscray, hence why she started this committee, this steering group, and is now, in a position where she can hand it over to Council to, sort of take ownership of.
Thanks, Councillor. Councillor Lamb, you'd like to speak to the motion?
Yep. I would love to express agree with Councillor Yankee mentioned that. I think I sincerely thank you, the local member Katie Hall. Really, I remember when I was the mayor and I have a meeting there at VU, and I think that's really great initiative. And now it come back to involve that it's the whole groups of skateholder come involved and make a Footscray better, and that's really everybody would love to see that happen. And I really thank you in advance for people who will be involved on this project, and I hope it going really well in the future. Thank you.
Thanks, Councillor Lamb. Would any other councillors like to speak to the motion? No? Okay. You are the only one left, Councillor Meredith, so I'm looking at you sideways. I'll just, I think just wanting to add that, it's absolutely important to have a variety of forums where all the different sort of stakeholders can come together. I agree it's a great initiative, and I'm really pleased that Council's able to take carriage of it from now, because it will absolutely form part of the revitalisation and the public realm plan as well. So, yes, I think it's going to be, we're going to have some good conversations in the future. So I'd like to now put the motion to the vote. Councillors, please cast your votes. And Councillor Lamb, are you voting for or against? For?
Thank
Great.
you.
Thank you.
Yep.
So the motion is carried. Thanks, everyone. So we now move to councillor question time. Councillors, are there any questions tonight? No? Okay, so that is open and closed at 6:50. Urgent business. Councillors, are there any items of urgent business? None? Thank you. So with that, I declare the meeting closed at 6:50 p.m. Thank you, everyone.